Welcome back to another video and welcome back to my kitchen. You guys, I'm so happy that you're here. We're gonna have a moment of silence right now for these countertops and our lack of backsplash. This is the last time that you will be seeing these countertops and no backsplash in these videos because we are getting new countertops and a new backsplash tomorrow and I cannot wait. Cannot wait. So let's have a moment of silence for these countertops. They've been good to me, but I'm ready for them to go. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy that you're joining me in my kitchen today. I am super pumped for this video. I've got 3 plant-based recipes that I'm so excited to share with you that are literally perfect for summer, perfect for any outdoor gatherings, barbecues, birthdays, celebrations, whatever you've got going on this summer. If you are asked to bring a side dish of some sort, I've got you covered. So if you are ready to dive in, let's get this party started. Okay, so first up, we are making a melon salad. Now, melon salads that I've had in the past have typically been watermelon or even a honeydew mixed in with feta, some kind of dressing, and an herb sprinkled on top. So I'm doing a little bit of a twist on that today. I am doing a honeydew melon salad with vegan feta, a balsamic vinaigrette kind of reduction, and some fresh basil. So if you've known me or followed my journey, you know that I am vegan, I don't eat dairy. So the feta that I'm using today is from a brand called Violife. It is their Just Like Feta, and as you can see, it comes in like an actual block, and this is what it looks like when you've kind of broken it up a little bit. So I love this feta. If you are someone who doesn't do dairy, or you're trying to stay away from dairy, or whatever your situation may be, I love Violife. They have really great, really clean ingredients in their vegan cheeses. A lot of vegan cheeses on the market right now are good, but they have a lot of additives, a lot of fillers, a lot of things that maybe you don't want to be putting into your body. So I love Violife. I will say that this feta cheese has more of a consistency of a goat cheese than a traditional feta. So it's pretty soft. It's not as like hard and salty as a feta might be, but honestly, I love it. I think it gets the job done. It's really great. So we are going to be assembling our melon salad. I've cut up a honeydew melon here. I have a small honeydew melon that I've just cut up into just little kind of bite-sized pieces. I have that. I have about half of a cup of our feta cheese and I would say this was about half a cup of balsamic vinegar that I put on the stove for maybe just a few minutes on, I would say, medium to low heat. And as the balsamic kind of bubbled and started to boil, I whisked it and so that it didn't stick and burn. And after a few minutes, you get this really nice, thick, kind of syrupy reduction sauce. So we're doing that. And then I've got some fresh basil. I love fresh basil. Fresh basil, the smell of it just always reminds me of my grandparents' house, like growing up. My grandpa was a big gardener. He loved his garden and he was always growing like fresh basil and tomato, and oh, it just reminds me of him and being at their house. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to show you how I would assemble this melon salad. Now, if you are taking this to a gathering or somewhere that you don't want people to be kind of digging into the same bowl, you can use skewers. You can kind of cut these pieces of melon up like I have here and put them on skewers, and then just cut your feta block into kind of like the same size square and put them all on skewers. I just didn't have skewers today, so I'm just making do with what I have. So I'm gonna scoop a little bit of this melon into this smaller bowl so I can show you how I will assemble it. So I'm putting my melon down first. Okay, then I'm gonna do a little bit of my feta here, kind of sprinkle that on top. Okay, so it looks like that to start. Beautiful. Then I'm gonna take a little bit, maybe just like kind of 1 spoonful of our reduction, and just drizzle that kind of all over. Ooh. So we've got it drizzled on top there. And then I just cut a piece or a leaf of my fresh basil into these little ribbons. So to do that, you just take a leaf, a single leaf, you roll it up from end to end. So it's in this long, kind of skinny tube. And then you just start at one end and cut along kind of the sides of the leaf, and you get these really pretty ribbons. So I'm gonna sprinkle that on top. So that's what it looks like when it's all done. Really, really pretty. I love using fresh melon and fresh herbs, especially in the summer, because it's just so refreshing. It's hydrating, it just tastes so good, especially if you're sitting outside and it's super hot. So I would use the whole melon, my whole half cup of feta, my balsamic, just enough to cover. You don't want it to be like super overpowering, but the melon has a really nice sweetness that kind of balances the bitterness of the vinegar. And then the basil on top is just a really nice, just refreshing kind of crunch. So that is recipe number 1. Let's move on to number 2. Okay, recipe number 2 is one that you probably had before: tomato basil mozzarella bites. So I wanted to be able to give you something that you could have on like little skewers, little finger foods, especially if you're going into a family gathering of some sort or friends or whatever it may be, and you just don't want people digging into the same dish because COVID, right? So with this, these are perfect little tomato basil mozzarella caprese bites. Now again, I am making this a vegan version because I don't eat cheese. So the mozzarella that we are using today is by Miyoko's, and it is their smoked vegan mozzarella. Now this is another favorite brand of mine in terms of plant-based cheeses. Again, the ingredients here are very simple, they're relatively clean, and I just love them. Like the first 2 ingredients are water and cashews. So I think it's great. And I love this smoked vegan. It has this really nice, rich, like potent, like smoky flavor. And I cut a little hole, so it's smelling through the hole. I wanted to show you the packaging first before I cut it open. So I love this, and I love using this in this particular recipe because it gives it a really nice kind of added flavor with that smokiness. So we're gonna open this guy up. Beautiful. So this is what it looks like. Kind of rind to it. It's not real, obviously. I'm gonna cut into it and just show you what it looks like on the inside. So that's what it looks like on the inside. Oh, and I just wish you could smell it. Just smells so good. Okay, I'm gonna take this now and just cut kind of slices of it because I want to create little cubes. I'm gonna cut it like this. I got a pretty thick slice here, and then from there, I'm just gonna cut little cubes with it. So about like that. Now I have my little skewer here. I've got my organic grape tomato, a basil leaf that I've just kind of folded or fanned and put on the Q-tip, the toothpick, and then I'm gonna close that with my mozzarella there. So it looks just like that. So tomato, basil, mozzarella, got a couple more here. And again, this is so easy, so easy, so simple. A couple more here. So I put my tomato on, and then I just take up a basil leaf and I just kind of fan it. So I fold it over the front, over the back, over the front. So it kind of looks like that. And mozzarella. Okay. So again, super simple. That's what they look like. So they're so easy, so cute, perfect. Then to finish it off, we are going to take our balsamic reduction from our last recipe, and we're gonna drizzle that over all of these, giving it a nice little added tang, a little extra flavor, and that's it. So obviously you would make a lot more if you've got a big group, but again, these are just so simple and so easy. They're so good. Oh my gosh, that creaminess of the mozzarella mixed in with that bite, that crunchiness of the tomato, and you get that burst of the basil, and then that just tops it off with the balsamic. Oh, it's so good. Okay, I might go finish these Move on to recipe number 3. And last but not least, we are making a classic hummus. Hummus is my go-to for any occasion, any season. I just truly love making it. It's so quick, so easy. So I went ahead and already made this for the sake of time of this video, but I wanted to talk you through kind of some of the techniques that I use to make this hummus. So first and foremost, I got my food processor out and I mixed in my lemon juice, so the juice of 2 lemons, my salt, my garlic, and my cumin. And I mixed all of that together first. I love when my spices can all mix in and marinate together first. Then I added in 1 can of organic chickpeas, got that going. And then as the chickpeas started to break down and the consistency really thickened up, I added in 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil as my food processor was going. And then I added in 3 tablespoons of warm water to help kind of thin it out. Now, I didn't add any tahini. Tahini is a very common ingredient in traditional hummus. I just didn't have any, so I didn't add it. And to be honest, I don't think that this necessarily needs it. I'm really picking up a lot of the cumin, a lot of the garlic, so not too concerned with not having that here. Now, I wanted to show you how I serve this. Right here, a nice little platter full of veggies, and then I'm gonna put my hummus right in the middle. Now, obviously, you can serve this with whatever you want. Pita chips is also a good choice. I have some celery, I have some red bell pepper, and some carrot chips. I love buying carrot chips. I just think that they're super easy to eat and a great alternative to chips if that's something that you are interested in. So I have my hummus here, and I'm actually gonna add some stuff on top to kind of finish this off. So first and foremost, I always add smoked paprika. Sprinkle this on the top of hummus. I'm coming to the end of this jar, so there's not a ton left. But this really gives your hummus a really nice kick, really nice consistency. I cut up some cucumber, some bell pepper, and I'm gonna put a little bit of that on top. So we have that, looks like that. And then I just cut up a little bit of Kalamata olives. Now this just adds obviously a little bit more depth of flavor to your hummus, and obviously adding to the consistency as well. Adding in a little bit of crunch with your cucumber and with your pepper, and then adding in a little bit of saltiness, tanginess with the olives. So, all right, so that's what it looks like. I wanted to be able to show you without spilling it. I'm gonna put this just in the center here of my plate. All right, so this is the final product. Again, I've got some celery here, some of my carrot chips, bell peppers. This is my hummus with all of the stuff on top of it. And I've just got some olives here off to the side. I love olives, and it was a great kind of addition to this dish. All right, guys, that's all that I have for you today. Thank you again for joining me in my kitchen. This was so much fun to hang out and share 3 of my favorite go-to plant-based recipes in the summer or any time of year. But these are quick, these are easy, these are fresh, they're clean, they're just so good. And I hope that you give them a try. Poopy, say hi. And if you do, make sure to tag me on Instagram so I can see all of your beautiful creations. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.